Team technology. Why don't we start with talking about technology?
Okay.
I know a big focus in this class is how can we use technology in the classroom?
Yeah.
You both graduated recently, I think,
Yes.
from university.
Yeah.
Okay. With what did you study?
What did you study?
English major.
Okay.
English.
I majored in Spanish and a little bit e-commerce. I don't know.
Okay. And I studied Japanese.
Yeah.
So we all studied a foreign language.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So my question to you guys is, since I graduated in 2009, for me, my experience in the classroom must have been very different from your experience.
Well, you're
Yeah.
You know?
You are a teacher. I'm a student.
Yeah, but like for one example, doing this master's program, when I first came here and we had our first classes with Jesus and all them,
Yeah.
I brought a notebook and a pencil, and I was trying to take notes quickly, and I looked around and I realized everyone else had a computer or a tablet. So this was a big difference for me because when I was in school, nobody had a computer. Maybe one student or two students. But now it seems like the standard thing, the normal thing.
Yeah.
So is it like that in China? Does everyone have a device that?
Well, not really.
No.
Not really, because we kind of ban technology in class.
Yes.
What?
Because teachers think if you have a device like mobile phone or computer, you will always play some games or others.
Yes.
So teachers ban we use our technology in the classroom.
Okay. And same for you.
Same, exactly same. But after class, it's our business. We can do whatever we want.
Yes.
But only in university, because if you're in high school, then after class you shouldn't have anything to do with technology. You shouldn't do that.
Okay.
Yes.
So what technology did you have in the classroom, or what technology were teachers using?
Well, pretty standard. Just this. I don't know how to say that.
Screen. A big
How
screen.
do you
Okay.
say the thing we use in our classroom? What's that thing?
The box?
Yeah, the box.
A projector.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
projector.
projector.
Yes.
So you had a
Connecting
projector.
their computer.
Okay, and there was a big screen in front of the class, or
Yeah, pretty much.
okay, and so does that mean you were writing? Were you taking notes?
Yeah,
Or?
Yeah.
take notes all the
Taking
time.
notes.
Okay.
Because the notes are also graded.
What?
Yes, exactly. We have to, I don't know about you, but we have to submit our notes to the teacher.
Yeah.
Yes, okay,
yeah.
yes.
I have
What?
Yes.
the same thing. The teacher will give a grade about our notes.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And
I think.
useless, I think.
Whoa.
We
Wow.
we must take some notes. If we don't do that, we maybe fail the class.
Whoa.
Because teachers were like babysitters.
Yeah.
They have to understand if you are listening, you are in the class, and then you're actually taking something.
Oh my God.
If you don't do some notes, they will think you don't listen to their class.
Whoa.
You must do some notes, and you must submit the notes
That's crazy.
to her.
I had all the
office.
classmates like copying my notes.
Oh,
after
really?
class. Yes.
You were good at note taking.
Yeah. I'm pretty fast.
Okay. And so, what about at home? What technology did you use to study? Was there anything? Obviously, the internet. Did you go to like Wikipedia, or was there some common way that you studied?
Okay, there's this app. You can take the picture of the question, and then the app will tell you the answer accordingly. Yes,
No.
but it's
I
not.
know.
It's even before AI.
Yeah,
It exists
yeah.
before AI
Yeah.
because the thing is that all these Chinese students kind of use this, and so they upload the image, and then there are some teachers or some students, they will do the math or something, and then upload the answers so that the other students, they can just take the picture and then screen it, and then they'll know the answer.
Oh, that's crazy.
And this is one of the reasons why teachers ban us from using technology.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's interesting.
My parents banned me to use my phone or computer.
Really?
Yeah.
Just
me
in
too.
general? Like
Yes.
Yeah,
general life?
yeah,
Whoa.
Yeah. But when I go to university, they let me let me have my own phone.
Okay.
Me too.
Yeah.
Before university, no.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's
Scary,
so
right?
interesting. I don't know, because I was weird. I never had a smartphone.
Yeah.
I always had they say like a burner phone, like
okay.
these old, like shitty phones that you could throw in the garbage and no problem. So I didn't have one of these, and I was like, it was a joke with my friends, like, oh, there's Darby, he lives in the countryside in a farm somewhere. And then I got hired with NHK, a Japanese TV channel, and they said, all right, everyone gets their own smartphone. And it was an iPhone 7. And I was like, whoa, what is this technology? Instagram, what? And then I saw there was one app that I love. It's called Imiwa, and it's a Japanese dictionary.
Oh, okay.
But you can look at, for anyone watching, there are these symbols, kanji, which are Chinese symbols that Japanese borrows. And you can look at the individual symbol, and you can see like the stroke order. If you do like one brush stroke, you can see how to do each one.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So if you're looking at like, I assume it's the same in Chinese, but the kanji for love, it looks like, it's like whoop, and then a little roof, and then like 4 legs, and then a cross.
Yeah, it's pretty similar.
So there's like maybe like 18 or 19 lines, but that helped me so much. So that was technology that I never saw in university because I didn't have a smartphone until like 2015, 2016. It was like 7 years after I graduated, because I graduated, I went back to Chicago for 1 year. I went to live in South America for 2 years. I went to somewhere else. I want to say Europe. And then I went to Los Angeles. And that's where I had this TV job, So as a student, I don't really know much about technology in a classroom. You know what I mean? As a teacher, I know a little bit because, before I started here, I was studying in Granada. I'm sorry, I was teaching in Granada, and it was at a primaria, a primary school. But it was a lot of like we made the slideshow. Me and there was another teacher from New Zealand. He helped me out a lot. So we would have to prepare material, and it was actually a lot harder than I thought. They would just say talk about the farm for 1 month, and we think oh, how do we do this? So we would need to break it up, So normally it was the first week we introduce vocabulary words, We have a picture. You need a picture, especially with young kids, first grade, second grade.
Yeah.
So we'll say airport, we'll have a picture of the airport, we'll go through 15 or 20 words, and then we repeat them just without the word. And then they have to say, what's this? Airport! Like this. So, and then the second week, it would change. Maybe we have some activity. That's the one piece of technology I love is the printer. You know? Like being able to print one thing for 30 people, boom, 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 boom. It's not like a new technology, but I think, you know how important visuals are. So if you give everyone their own little paper, and for young kids, they can color, they can be creative, you know? Occasionally, I would work with a Spanish teacher, and they had a textbook, and the textbook had a CD. So they put the CD in the computer, and it's like, all right, activity 1-4, watch this video. So then they all watch it, and then we discuss it, you know? That's kind of, I mean, it's still modern, but I feel like that's changing. What's the future for technology in the classroom?
I don't know, but I think in China things aren't going to change so quickly. Because I don't know if I can see, you know, in the foreseen future that technology will take over, and it's not going to happen. Because here's the thing: there's just simply too many Chinese students, and they all want to do better. They want to get a better grade, and if they have technology like what we have right here, right now, they probably would cheat. Because if that's the thing, I would do that. Because if
I cheated. I cheated a lot.
If there's 1,000 students and you are the only one, thank you, and there's only one person who could pass, then would you cheat? This is just the moral question I don't want to answer, because this is the thing in China, and because there's so many students there, so I don't think technology will be
That's interesting. Or technology has to get really smart to stop cheating.
Yes.
Yeah. But I think if we can set some rules about the technology, like you just can use the apps to learn some words or learn some grammars, like Duolingo.
Yes.
I think the app is very suitable for me.
Yeah.
Especially learning Spanish.
Yes.
I think it is very, very good.
Have you started using it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I learn Spanish in section 2.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
I think that I use this app can help me continue to learning Spanish. I try to learn Spanish by myself, but a book. I read the grammars, the words, but I can't remember anything. But the Duolingo, the app, I think is very helpful for me. I don't know. I can remember these words and the grammars.
She's drunk.
And I can talk. I can speak some sentence. To others, can communicate with others. I learned some Spanish sentence.
Yeah.
I think it's very, very good.
Duolingo is something special.
Yeah.
I feel like I speak pretty good Spanish. There's times where I'm like out, just here in Madrid, and then I'll just talk with somebody for 5 minutes, a local, and then they'll say, wow, you speak good Spanish. And then I say, oh, okay. And the reason why I have this ability, I think, is because of Duolingo. And this was when I moved to Colombia. I wrote this in our doc, but basically the story is I went over there, and it was my first weekend, and I was on the street, and I saw the most beautiful girl. And I'm like, oh my God. And my friend's girlfriend invited her with us, and I knew like 2 sentences in Spanish. So I said, first one, ¿Tú hablas inglés?
Yes.
And she said, no. And I said, ¿Entiendes mi inglés? And she said, sí. And I said, oh. So I tried to date this girl for 3 months, and we couldn't talk. We couldn't communicate. I
How
think.
do you date her if you can't communicate?
Well,
For
no, we
3 months.
tried. We tried.
But for 3 months.
Yes. Sorry, I tried to go out with her.
Oh, okay.
You know,
okay.
we weren't like official or anything.
Oh.
And she was like friends with my friend group, and I was like trying really hard.
Yeah.
Anyways, after 3 months, you have to leave the country and then come back. I didn't have a special visa. I had a tourist visa. So there's something called a visa run. Do you know what that is?
No.
Sometimes when you travel, your visa will finish, so you have to leave the country and then come back.
Oh, okay.
But then you have to reapply it.
No.
No?
Some countries, yeah. So like in the EU, as an American, I can come here, travel for 3 months, and then I have to leave for 3 months. But many countries, you just have to go over the border, next country, and then you could come right back. So Colombia is, or was like this.
Okay.
So I went to Venezuela, right next door. It was amazing. Oh, babies. Okay. When I was in Venezuela, I was there for 2 weeks, staying with a friend, and he would wake up at like 4 p.m. every day.
4 p.m.
4 p.m. And I wake up at like 12 in the afternoon. And so I said, like, all right, what can I do? And then I said, I could go on Duolingo. So for 2 weeks, every day, I would go on Duolingo for about 3 or 4 hours, just for 2 weeks. And then I went back to Colombia, and I realized I could now tell this girl that I wanted her to be my girlfriend.
Okay, that's motivating. That's
Yeah.
motivating as hell.
So I don't know. You have to be focused. One thing.
Yeah.
And you can't be distracted.
Yeah.
If you do you have this problem when you do Duolingo? Do you feel like, all right, I'm gonna do this, and then somebody calls, and you're like, hello, and then
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know this feeling.
of course.
When I wake up, I open the Duolingo, begin to learning Spanish. I don't think I'm learning Spanish. I just think I'm playing some games.
Yes,
So I think it is interesting. It's suitable for me.
yes, absolutely. And we just talked about this. Did you guys do any of task 2?
Yeah, I finished it.
You finished. All right.
I don't finish.
I did everything except for Quizlet. I need to make a Quizlet tonight. But I did the Kahui, Kabloom,
Kahoot.
Wakalet,
Kahoot.
Kapu. Gamification is the word, right? So let me ask you a question. I know you, like me, play video games.
Very much.
Do you think video games are a way that you could use?
Absolutely. I played this Far Cry 6.
Oh, cutting it out.
And this was when I'm in college, in university. So I was already learning some Spanish, but there's no way in hell they would tell you the curse words.
Oh, okay.
But I learned some curse words in Far Cry 6.
Okay, for example.
For example, coño.
Oh, really? Wait, in Spanish?
Yes,
Oh.
because the background is sort of like Cuba.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yes.
Oh,
No, because this was the hearings. She said it all the time, and at first I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
But then I just do some digging because I'm really curious, and then
you're like, oh my god.
oh my god, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Video games?
No.
No.
But I think I play a little.
Okay.
I play a little because I needed to work. I don't have much time to play these games.
Yeah, she's like a grown up. Well, me, I'm crazy about games.
Yeah, me too.
But I think Maple Story I learn some English words.
Okay.
Like
Anything, for example, do you play in English?
yeah.
Okay.
I just want to learn English.
Oh my God, who's that?
By using the computer game. Video game.
I think gaming is an awesome way
Yeah.
to learn, and that's why I'm wondering, because like Duolingo, it's great, but you probably get the most out of it, like maybe at home, or it's like an individual thing, you know. So how do you bring that in the classroom with, you know what I mean? Or how do you do something similar to Duolingo? Because we tried Kahui. Any other games you could play in the classroom?
I don't know, because students have different levels, and it's just hard. And some students are just not so crazy about games. They don't feel motivated enough to play it.
Yeah.
Maybe some students
And some students are way too motivated, so they don't want to play games. They think it's a slow way, to study, and they would just want to listen to the concept.
Yeah.
So it's pretty difficult for a teacher to use that to actually get results.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Thoughts? How do you feel?
I think Duolingo is good for me, but it's not suitable for everyone.
Yeah, it's not suitable for me.
Yeah.
So, especially how to use the Duolingo in the classroom. I don't know. Maybe we can study the Duolingo's notes. Like you need to learn some words in the sentence.
Okay.
Like in the schools, in the classroom screen, you project the Duolingo's like a game.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can let students study foreign languages like a game.
Yeah.
Just project in the screen.
Yeah. So what about the thing that we discussed at last class? There were 4 different types of teaching, and I forget the name of one. It was like inside-out teaching, and the idea was you learn new things at home, and then you come to the classroom and then you present it or somehow, you know. So how about something like that? What do you remember?
Flip.
What? The flipped learning?
Flip class.
Flipped what?
Flip class.
Flipped class.
Study at home, FaceTime with the teacher for discussion.
Gamification, playing games. So what about, like, wouldn't that be like Duolingo at home?
Yeah.
Because you're learning new words and stuff, and you're like you get to pronounce things and all that, and that will probably like really get everything in your head. But to really keep it in your head, I think you need to apply it in the classroom. Yeah.
But how to make sure every students do that? In the classroom, when some students have their phones, they may go to play some games.
And maybe they have different classes and they all have homework at home, so they don't have the time to actually do it like that. So it's a nice theory, but I don't know how to actually manage to do it.
Difficult. It's difficult.
Yeah. Well, let me ask another question. For this class, our professor said, I don't believe in tests. You know, everything is it's like applied. You know, we're gonna make a lesson plan. We're doing these activities. She asked Sandra, hey, do you remember me from 4 years ago? Yeah. How was it? Sandra said, it was fun. So I'm having fun so far. This is unique because it's like, what do I have to do today? It's Sunday. Well, our third task is to meet with our group and to talk about education and technology. This is cool. This, I think, this could help you to become a great teacher.
Yes.
Because this is like modern, and this is like a new like approach, a new philosophy on learning, you know?
I know.
You think so, or?
Yeah,
I think
absolutely,
so.
absolutely. But I like this open-ended question that we can just discuss, share our opinions, and it's not so conventional. So I absolutely love it because I wanted to learn something, and I wanted to learn something new, especially for in the educational area. But if I just learn the conventional things, then why do I just come here? Why can't I go back home and
Yes. So let me ask this. You have yes?
I think listen to others' opinion. I can learn some different about others. Like you may think our opinions are cool. So I think I can learn some different opinions about some ideas. Different people have different experience. So I think this mode is so unique and it's helpful.
Yeah.
Because you guys use Duolingo, but for me, I tried it and didn't work.
Okay.
But I actually tried another app. It's a Chinese app, but the logic behind it is they gave you the English words and then they provided you with some sentences. But these are all sentences copied from a TV series, a movie, or something, and then you can listen to what the actors were saying. So this type of, and I love this app because it helps.
What's the name?
I mean, it's in Chinese, 不背单词.
I use
Okay.
this app.
The literal
Do you use
meaning,
this?
the literal meaning is, don't memorize the word.
Oh.
It's the literal meaning of
Okay.
of the app. So I love it because I can listen to it. My memory is really poor, but if I listen to something, repeat it again, and I can honestly understand it. So for games, no, I cannot do that for Duolingo because I don't actually see the result. But for this sort of thing, yes, because when I was in primary school, and my teacher loves to give out assignments like, go home and watch some animated movies in English. And this is how I learned English. And I didn't actually have to memorize, grammar, vocabulary, or sort of.
I think the best technique that I've seen is something that is dynamic. It changes. That's week to week you have a different assignment, or on a daily basis, and it's not always here's your homework, go home, fill this out. It's like a mix of everything.
Yeah.
And with a foreign language, in my experience, the best style as a student, I think of when I studied abroad in Japan, because we were there. It was an intensive Japanese program, so we're only learning the language, right? And we would go to class, and some of them we are doing calligraphy, so we're painting these kanji letters. Some of them we pick a song and then we sing the lyrics together, from like an anime, and we're all like Aruko, Aruko, watashi wa genki, and it was like you go there and you're excited as a student because anything could happen. And you're learning from different sources. And you find this way, you might find the way that's best suited for you.
Yeah, yes. Exactly.
If you like Duolingo and you don't, but you go to school and they say, we're singing songs today, and you're like, oh, that's good because I'm visual, but I'm also an oral learner. Or how do you say it? Auditory? Auditory. So some people are visual learners and some are auditory learners. So I think if you have variety, you have a better idea to interest somebody. Because if I bring my Nintendo to class and I say we're playing games today, maybe half the class is gonna say yay, but some people won't give a shit. They'll say, what is this? So that's for me personally some sort of combination, and that can include like technology and then not technology. You know, something traditional, like a writing assignment. You know, so that's my idea. If I'm a teacher at a university in the future, which I hope, that's my dream, then I'm gonna be using everything. You know, just a combination, a mix of different learning and studying techniques, you know? So you've described how it's very different in China, studying in school. What advantages do you have here in Spain in terms of a learner? Is it easy to learn? Is it easier to learn here, or is it like whatever? Or how do you feel? Did your style change at all?
Yeah, completely, I guess. I have to be, total, autonomous? Okay, that's a word. So, before, back in China, I have to do what the teachers ask to do.
Yeah.
Because the teacher, I imagine they have some sort of a KPI or something to meet. So, but here they just give out the assignment. They don't care if you cannot do it or not. You just have to figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
So this is pretty new, I guess, for us. Before you too.
It's like self-study. In China, we need to obey the teacher's instruction. But in here, we can do our assignment according to the teacher's instruction.
Yeah.
So I think the instruction is very helpful.
Yeah.
We can clearly know the teacher's meaning, and we can clearly in here. We can clearly know the teachers what they want us to do.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, there's good and there's bad, I guess. Because back in China, I feel like I was forced to learn, so it was painful. But the result, it's really productive because you get up at 6 o'clock to go to school, then you go home about at 10 p.m. Yes.
Woo!
Yes, it's normal. It's normal. If you don't get that many hours, then you're not a good student.
Yeah.
Because these are the hours you have to spend in your classroom, and you are being watched by teachers to see you actually did this. Sometimes during the lunch break, we have exams during the lunch break. So then the teachers will give you exams, then they grade it, and then they explain some of the questions in the following class.
Okay.
Yes, and we only have 1 day a week for free time. We can go home.
Okay.
The 6 days we have to stay in class and listening, because if you don't do that, some other students will, and they will do better than you, and you will fall behind.
Yeah.
So this is why we can be more productive. But here they give you much more freedom, and you can be good, you can be bad. The teacher doesn't know. The teacher only knows it after they grade your paper, right?
Yeah.
But in China, it's like today exam, and the next day exam.
Yeah.
They want to know everything about you. They want to record your progress.
Yeah. And here it's from our we're on the second group of classes. The first group of classes, nothing is due until like December, January, So we finish the classes and we have like 2 months, 3 months to like submit all of our papers and stuff.
Yeah, but I imagine that most students won't do that immediately, right? They will wait, and then this gap, they can forget what they learned in class, right? Because this is what I would do.
Yes,
I
definitely. Yeah, that's a good point. I think they both have their benefits.
Pros and cons.
What you described in China sounds very competitive. People are like, I can't fall behind.
Yes.
Yeah.
But here, I feel like everyone in our class is more of like like a partner, a teammate,
Yes,
you know?
Yes, I
Yeah.
love this atmosphere because
Yeah.
they just want to learn. The purpose is pure.
Yeah, yeah.
But in China, it's like, if I don't do this, then you will. Oh
Yeah.
my God, I cannot lose to you. No,
yeah.
I have
I
to
do-
be better than you.
I don't want behind you.
Yeah. All right.
But I think this mode also has some
Benefits?
yes,
Okay.
like Chinese students can make good grades, especially in math.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
that's kind of a stereotype.
Yeah.
All stereotypes have a little truth, you know?
Oh, I want to ask you.
Yes.
And, when you're a teacher, and do you have like a lesson plan that was made by the faculty or something?
Usually, yes. When I started teaching like 14 years ago, I just go to class and they say, all right, you have 2 pages. Teach them this page and this page. And I have 1 hour. And I make sure I do everything, and that's it. I could sometimes bring ideas and games and stuff, but I didn't have to.
Okay.
You know, everything was and then I moved to Thailand the next year. Same thing. There's a plan. I follow it. But what I try to do is my personal thing, teaching. I use humor. So maybe we're going by the book. I have a job. They tell me to teach this lesson plan, but I'll put some of my personality into it, you know? I'll make jokes. I'll say, what the hell does this mean? I don't even, what is this, you know? And I want to be more of like a friend to my students. I don't think I'm better than them. I can learn from them, you know? We can all learn from each other. So coming to Spain, teaching in Granada the last like 6 months, it was more a general guideline. Hey, you're talking about a farm for 1 month, and then we make the lessons plans. You know, we decide we want to make a slideshow, bring some games, do a writing assignment, something like that. So I've never had like full total control of a lesson plan, but I think if I do become a teacher in a university, same thing, they will have guidelines. Maybe they say use this book, but then I have to plan everything else,
And
right?
what about the exam? Because you have to give, I imagine, right? You have to give the exam, and then students, you know, do you guys actually value the, how to say 平均分啊? Average score?
Average.
Like if it's too low, then it's your fault. If it's too high, then it's your fault also.
No,
like that.
no. I never had something like this strict. And also, if I was giving a test, I would have the test before, and I would give good examples, you know? I don't want to give them the answers and say, memorize this.
Yeah.
I want to say, all right, let's go through some very similar examples to make sure you understand the concept, and then you'll have the test. And if you listened when I was reviewing it, then you should get, you know, I don't know, 80%, 90%, something like this.
There's this, okay, you ask first.
I want to know the average age of your students.
I started with, my first class ever in Vietnam was first grade. So, was that 7 years old?
Yeah, pretty much.
7?
7.
And then they liked me, they gave me second grade, then I had 5th grade, and then I was substituting for like grades 5 to 8, and then I was doing some high school, 9 to 12, and then when I moved to Thailand, I was teaching in a university. So I was like, I don't know, 30 maybe, 29, and my students were 20, 21, 22. And that was funny because now I can go out and drink with my students. So I always wanted to be like this kind of teacher. Open, can tell stories, can make them laugh. So they feel more comfortable with me. And then when we're in the classroom, I'm teaching, but I'm also me. You know me, and you can trust me. And if you don't care, you don't have to listen. I don't care. Just don't bother the other students that want to learn, you know?
So how do they know if you are a good teacher? Is there any...
So when I was young, I was a very bad student. Not like I was stupid. Yeah, I was stupid, but I didn't listen. I had attention problems. You know, I'm always like this. So I realize if I have students and they're not focused, then I can say, all right, so maybe that's me. Maybe I'm boring. Maybe I should try to get everyone involved. Or maybe some students just don't want to be here. They have problems in their life, maybe at home, and that's it. I'm not going to say like, hey, you have to listen. If you don't want to listen and you want to draw pictures, that's fine. But I just think we should all know each other. So if I teach for 1 year, by the end, I try to understand, you know, hey, that's old crazy back there, you know, he's a little wild, he says some crazy stuff, but he's a good kid. So I will maybe try to teach them in a unique way. But also there's some students that just don't want to learn. And as long as you're like peaceful, then we have no problem, you know? That's kind of how I feel. Yes, so any other questions? Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
Have you used some technologies in your class?
Any technologies?
Slides.
Slides, yes. I have brought video games to class. I've used a lot of YouTube, you know? A lot of YouTube, especially songs. I can play a song, I'll put the lyrics on screen, and they can sing if they want, you know? But like I said, my favorite technology, the printer. Boom, boom, paper for everyone. That I think is the classic technology. But I'm interested to see what happens with AI and open AI and how we can work that into a class.
Are you afraid AI is going to replace you?
No. Because if it replaces me, it replaces everybody.
Yeah.
So I'm just living in the moment. But we have to be aware. Yeah, we have to be aware. This could change. But for now, it's still a tool. It's not controlling the world. We have to use it as a tool, you know?
Yeah.
We can't use it to write papers for us.
Yeah.
But if we're confused about something, like, hey, what does this mean? Oh, I understand that a little better.
Offer some information.
Yes.
Because it can dumb down my ability to actually write something.
Yeah.
Ladies, I want to thank you. We are Team Technology, by the way, and I enjoyed this. I valued this. This was a good talk. So thanks for meeting me here in beautiful Madrid. All right.
Thank you.
We're out.
Thank you.